There's an available chair up there if anybody wants.
Yeah, two of them.
Move the chair. Yeah, they can move the chair with extra chairs. You guys ready?
We're
Should we start?
ready? Yeah, it's cool.
What time?
Yeah, it's 7:30.
Perfect. Okay.
6 or 6:30. Yeah.
All right, great.
Oh, it's
Okay, we'll
7:30.
call this meeting to order. This is a teacher negotiation meeting, and we'll call the meeting to order. Thanks you guys for being able to come. Kind of short notice, but we've been reflecting on negotiations and what's transpired, and we wanted to try to have another meeting. First, how's the agenda look?
Good.
Fine with everybody? Okay. All right. The next item on the agenda would be, excuse me, discussion of proposals. So at the last meeting, we were about $610,000 apart in offers. The proposal that we're going to present to you this morning represents another $500,000, which exceeds the total number of dollars that the DEA, of your DEA's last proposal, and that we were told would settle negotiations.
With benefits of
With,
630.
what?
With benefits of 630.
Oh, yeah, with the benefits it's 632?
13.
613? Okay. This is going to use a calculating base of $34,841. Do you want to hand out just the offer there so they can take a look while they're talking? So, really, as we're reflecting on this, we're very concerned about our less experienced teachers. Teachers rate, the first year teacher now, the pay is $38,400. This will increase it to $42,505, which is a $4,105 increase for a beginning teacher. Now, just discussing how we came to that, with the current index, we can't get our less experienced teachers to where they need to be, because there's large gaps in those index cells. So just looking at that, this offer does make Dickinson the highest paying district of our competitors by a really large margin. We're not saying we're the highest of all districts, but the ones that we feel we compete with, and we'll hand that out here. You ready to hand that out?
Yeah, you're
Yep.
ready.
Yep, we have that comparison for you.
And it also added Bismarck to it, too.
We have Bismarck to the schedule. So on one side, you'll see the Dickinson salary index, and on the other side, you'll see the comparison with the other schools that we compete with. And I think with that, I'll just let you all take a look, and then we can discuss whenever you're ready. So what you can see, I guess I just sort of skipped over that part, but what you can see we did is we adjusted the index for 0 to 6 years of experience. And again, we kept the same amount of days, 185. And there should be handouts going around so everybody can take a look and see where they'll fall on the schedule.
I just wanted to point out one reason we did that. If you can look at Bismarck, we're about the same on a new teacher. But with 15 years experience, we're we're $9,000 more than Bismarck. So to get the new teachers where they can actually afford to rent in town and live here, we would never have enough money to raise that base straight across because so much of that money goes on the back end. So in order to get our new teachers, in order to hire the new teachers, it's just something that we had to do.
I guess we'd like to take a short caucus and go look this over and talk about it.
Oh, that's fine.
Can we use the break room across the hall?
Yeah, it's fine. You bet. Vince, do you have any sugar noodles?
Please.
Yep. Thank you.
I'll bring it.
Yeah. No, we're not gonna. Yeah. Yeah. When they come back, we'll talk.
I'll get it in. Oh, shit. The coffee's in there.
Go ahead.
If you need something. That's why we have all three
Got more moving targets here than I got Pheasant. They might. They might. I hope they do. Well, I gotta be talking. I'm here, I'm sure that's why I caught it.
That's the difference between the original report and this, you know, for this, that BS 32 and 15 years. I mean, that's the poster child sale.
From 32, from the last year to this year's top. And I'll just go from their last offer to our offer. So it's going to be the same $1,000.
Yeah.
It's going to go.
Well, that's that 318 difference.
And I'm not going to say
But from
318.
the last report to this one, that adds another. That's the one that adds $1,800.
I think she was harder than
Maybe you did give me.
Yeah, I did. It's $1,810 over the last board's office. That's that BS 32 and 15 year set. So they can.
1810
Yep.
from our last offer. Which cell is it?
BS 32 and 15 years.
So if they come back and say the veterans didn't get it, this is what we raised it from our last offer.
Right, so what's the
And
total
that's the
rate?
poster child sale. The total raise is, well, it's on the bottom there.
The raise for that cell?
that cell.
Oh, for what they're making right now to today.
Yeah, I don't see my salary scale.
I gave you mine because there was an error in it. Remember we turned them in?
That's that 5,600.
Oh, I've got that written
I
down.
got here.
If you go from 1340.
5637 is the
Yeah.
raise. So this raise, yeah, so
BS 32 and 15. 265,270.
that should be that 56 that I Yep,
That one's 5298. That same cell. It was this cell over here that was the 56.
Okay. I'll figure I'll just go through it also and come back and calculate it.
Yeah.
I'm going through cough drops. So they came back and
This is how much.
Probably you're gonna get the need, you're probably gonna get
This is from the original where the board came in at 32 or 35. So we're at this morning here for salary and that way.
They offered 600.
Well, and it's on the bottom. It's that 508.
That morning.
Last night, just for the chambers. I didn't bring it up, I think I was talking for a little bit yesterday. Even on the set, it's
I sent Jamie a long test of if he needs I sent Jamie a working out the cross paths when he came in.
I don't really want to know why.
They have your wife at the door. Well, I already have my fingers anyway. Yeah. But one of the things I was like, yes. How's he doing? Yeah, the hallway this week or last
taxes or something. You don't want to talk about where it was.
No, just, I mean, just after next month, it's got to come.
Raise the revenues or something.
It's always nice to have safe and game
Just so proud of it. Yeah, you need to make a point. Don't come with it. I mean, this isn't, it's 800.
No, but I think you need to let the public know. Definitely.
Thought I forget there's some consequences for this, but we are proud that we're doing all this stuff.
Yes. Yep. And then if you have to make changes, you can always have to reflect back on it. But you know what? You're right, it's a good option. We do need to pay our beginning teachers, and we have to just say we had to do that. And, you know, we can look at that and say, well,
You look at
who
this,
else in town hasn't had to increase dramatically?
just by looking at this, there's no reason, there's no way we're spending all this money without doing that stuff.
Yeah. It is.
We're wasting it.
And I'm not going to say that this is going to be unanimous. I think it will be, but I have not told anyone, we have told anyone exactly what we have.
I just told Sarah that we're raising it, she was happy.
And I had a couple comments, and I said I will not discuss it.
I'll be right back.
Okay, that's fine. No. That's a good picture.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep. Well, I think this is something we can take back to our members and definitely sell. However, I do want to point a couple of things out. Williston does something similar, and they have a history of teachers reaching that point where the index numbers go from the larger to the smaller, and them leaving to other districts because that salary schedule step is smaller. And I'm just afraid that we're going to encourage teachers to leave after 6 years because instead of that step from 6 to 7 being $1,100 like the other ones, it's cut down to about $500. And so I just don't want to be a district that recruits teachers, trains them 6 years, and loses them.
Sure.
You know, that's one of our concerns with this.
And I think maybe we can work on that going forward next year to fix that, but,
Well, and that would be nice if that's something that we can look at in our
That's exactly what I
next.
wanted to hear right there.
That's one of our objectives is
That's
to do that.
exactly what I wanted to hear, Jason. Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
One of our objectives is to work on that again. It's just that we can't do it all at once, and it's too short of a time frame to rework the whole thing. But we're, you know, and if you're willing to, if we're willing to work together on it, then I think that's a great step to get this accomplished.
so, and just so the general public knows, obviously, you know, it's a lot of money to add in here, so the budget committee will be meeting. Obviously, we'll have to cut something or raise revenue somewhere, but just so people know, we will be working on where to come up with the money, but we're proud we can come in here today and get this done.
yes, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we will take this back to our members, and I do think we can sell it to the members. And
Awesome.
And I want to comment on one statement that Chris just made. You know, work together.
Yeah.
That's the
Yep.
first time I've heard that this entire negotiations period work together. That's the first time. Thank you for saying that.
We've had a lot of stuff that we on the board have had to work through, so not able to share that,
Right.
but just things that we've had to work through and get to this point. And you can see our team has done a lot of work and brought
Yes.
a different person on with some other ideas, and then we had conflicts, and so we've had a lot of just internal things that
I
have made
would
the
have
session harder.
one question, I guess, just if that's something you think could sell to the board. I mean, I'm sure you guys have the same way. We have staff has to work on impasse stuff at this time.
yep.
Can we cancel impasse until we find out going forward, so we don't have people working on
Yeah,
a
it's
bunch of stuff if it's not going to go that way?
Yeah, I don't think that's a problem. Put things on hold and cancel it, and
Absolutely.
because we have to call a meeting and present to our members, and then 7 days later we can have a meeting to ratify. And with today being shortened periods and everything, we're figuring a meeting tomorrow afternoon is what we want to try and call. Our president's going to call that meeting, and so that puts us at next week Thursday before we could ratify if we get a quorum. So
11th.
yeah,
Awesome.
If you met tomorrow,
if we met tomorrow,
December
Thursday the 11th
11th
would be the soonest we could ratify. So
December 11th, okay.
board would have to call a special meeting.
That's fine.
Yeah, we're
Because
over it.
theirs
Yeah,
is
Right.
you know,
but that,
we have a meeting Monday.
right,
But a couple things, if I can just walk through the time frame. That December 11th vote is not going to get into then the December paychecks. We just can't do it.
Yeah.
So just the way the time frame is.
Right.
At least everybody would know what's
But
going
at
on.
least you know
Right.
you're getting it and it's
Right.
coming.
right.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
just so we're clear, it would be January. I did speak with the impasse, a person on the impasse panel, Superintendent Sullivan. If we say we're agreed that we are not,
Canceling impasse.
that we're not at impasse, he can write a letter and request that the hearing is canceled and then everything stops. If we then would not agree, or if you wouldn't agree, then it turns around and the clock will start again,
Right.
brand new. So we don't start from a new time, you know,
Right.
the old time frame. We start all
So we're
over.
not stuck to December 12th.
Right.
That way it saves both of us a lot.
Right.
Saves a lot of work.
Right.
And that was one of our objectives also, is just to not do impasse again.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, is that it?
All right, next, I don't know that we need a next meeting. What would be your process, Mr. Bull, once you have your vote? What would you?
Once we have our vote, we can just simply let you or Dr. Sullivan know, you know, if the vote was approved or denied, and then we can take it from there.
Okay.
So we can just email, and we'll CC the whole team in that, so.
Yep, that would be fine. Whatever process you want to use, just so that we're clear that we know somehow. We're going to find out.
Yep.
All right.
Okay,
Great.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
The meeting's adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.